I turned a boring Echo Dot into a beautiful new speaker, and you can too. Here's how. So, if you're in my Discord server, link in description, you might remember that a few months ago, back in June, July-ish time of the year, I sent a message that said, new video is gonna be fire, with a picture of an Echo Dot that experienced a teardown. That video was originally going to be exclusively on my website, but I thought I'd give you a sneak peek of the new series since the website's not done yet. You see, I was just looking around at some garage sales when I saw it, sitting on a table in the driveway, an Echo Dot 3 for just $5. I immediately realized that this was a good deal. Had the seller see if it worked, and it did, so I bought it. At first, I didn't know what to do with it since I already had a Google Home Mini, and Google Home Mini is like way better than Alexa, but whatever. So I soon remembered a video where the guy transplanted his Google Home into an old retro radio. Now that was cool and all, but he made it look older. I'm gonna make mine look modern. You see, the disassembly wasn't all fun. We followed this Helpful iFixit guide, but we didn't have the right screwdriver, so we kind of just pushed really hard with a really small flathead until it turned. After all the screws were out, all the cables disconnected, we had this. I plugged the parts back together and plugged it in to make sure it worked. I'm not entirely sure this was safe, so if you're following along, don't put it on a wooden floor. After spending a bit of time, I had an idea of what I wanted my Echo Dot 3 2.0 to look like. Here are the diagrams on screen. As you can see, the front has a sleek design, leaving the buttons and microphone array front and center, so you can still tell it's an Echo Dot, with the only other hole being for the speaker. On the inside, it's a bit more difficult. You see, disassembled, the Echo Dot is in 3 parts: the speaker, the mainboard, and the top. The mainboard and the top communicate through a ribbon cable, so they have to stay pretty close to each other. But for the speaker, it literally has to touch the main board. Like, it connects through 2, contacts things. I don't know, it's so annoying. Who designed that? Anyways, I decided that we could solder a bit to make some cables so that we literally don't have to leave them on top of each other, because that wouldn't work. The only problem is that there appeared to be some sort of cooling block built into the speaker part that cools the top area, but let's hope we don't need that. So it was working. Alexa. Hello?
Hello. I'm celebrating Mac and Cheese Day this week.
What?
For all you shredheads.
Well, it works. And then the cables from the main board to the speakers disconnected like literally 3 times. What in the world is wrong with our soldering? Now this is the hardest part. We had to reassemble it. I went to Target, and after looking around a bunch, I had literally no idea what container to put it in. So I kind of gave up. And then it hit me. A pan. My sister called the final product talking bread, and I've never felt so offended while agreeing with something. Anyways, I got the pan and went home. We got some wood and cut it up to fit the pan, cutting some holes for the speakers. And now the actual hard part. I'm not sure why I said it was the hard part like 2 seconds ago. I think I've said that like 4 times this video. Anyways, figuring out how to get the internals inside of the pan. We ended up connecting everything to the wood just in case the pan was conductive. We didn't want to short the entire thing after we came so far. The top part with the controls was fairly simple. We just used some wood glue and let it dry for a day. We then used some screws to attach the main board to the area with the top. Next up, we used some 3M foam tape to hold the speaker in place and poured a bunch of hot glue all over it so it would stay. And then the solder came off again. But this time, we lost the connection. We can't resolder to the board because there's nothing to resolder to. This is it, I guess. The end of the project. It was fun while it lasted. And then my dad had an idea. What if we could solder to a trace? Now, I was not feeling good about this, like the whole project was basically over in my head. But it worked. We successfully got it working, and we made sure it stayed working by using like a gallon of hot glue on our wires. Those things are not going anywhere. And here it is. Ta-da! I need to come up with a name for it because Echo Dot 3 2.0 doesn't really work. So comment your ideas below, and please do not say talking bread. Anyways, I put a lot of effort into this video, so please like the video and consider subscribing. It's the official start of Season 1 on Breathtech, and the videos are all going to be high quality and beautiful, unlike my old ones.